Why did SpongeBob SquarePants land you in family court? So here I was, trying my absolute hardest, keeping a straight face while the lawyer played a recording of my 6-year-old screaming, I'm ready, as evidence of brain damage. About 5 years ago during the pandemic, when all the kids had to take online classes, my daughter struggled. She couldn't focus on anything. She'd sleep through assignments, cry through every reading lesson. I felt like I was seriously losing my mind trying to get her to understand phonics. Then one afternoon, I caught her singing along to SpongeBob's FUN song, easily remembering the lyrics. F is for friends who do stuff together. U is for you and me. So we spent time using that tune and creating lyrics for every letter in the alphabet. She picked up a lot of other stuff too from the show. She understood the difference between a period and exclamation point after watching that one chocolate episode where the fish screamed chocolate over and over. When we replaced math questions with Krabby Patty related questions, she completely aced the practice test. If I make 4 Krabby Patties, Patrick eats 2, Plankton takes 1, then SpongeBob has 1 more. I felt so proud. The show had given her a framework that made sense in her little brain where traditional methods failed her. But when my parents-in-law visited, they were horrified. Instead of playing with the Barbie dolls they brought for her, my daughter grabbed a cardboard box, jumped in, closed it, and spent an hour using her imagination to play, just like one episode. They immediately thought I had been abusing her, depriving her of basically things like a proper education and toys. They spent that entire weekend documenting everything. Math homework where she drew Krabby Patties to solve addition-subtraction problems, reading practice using printed SpongeBob memes, the way she cried and yelled soiled it when she made a mistake. This is abuse, they told me. When they left, they went ahead and hired a child psychologist and lawyer to team up and build a solid case to win custody. They presented the case like it was worse than a murder trial. Honestly, the way they framed everything really did make it feel that way. They played out short clips of my daughter meowing like SpongeBob's pet snail Gary. They showed videos of her rudely telling my dad he must live under a rock like Patrick when he didn't know what YouTube was. And when my daughter continued to answer the phone saying, "No, this is Patrick," my in-laws cried on stand about how her granddaughter's brain was being turned into mush. So they demanded emergency custody to deprogram her with proper educational shows. It took all my strength to literally sit there quietly while they presented the most ridiculous custody case in the world. When it was my turn, I pulled out her actual schoolwork. Her reading assessment showing she jumped 3 levels after making SpongeBob meme books. Math test with perfect scores using Krabby Patties to visualize every problem. Teacher's note saying, "Best ocean presentation I've seen." She knew everything about sea snails, crabs, starfish, whales, even planktons. So gifted. Messages from parents-in-law asking for visual learning techniques for their own kids. But the best evidence was her behavior chart. She had helped an insecure kid with a large birthmark on their face feel more confident yelling, "I'm ugly and I'm proud" together every morning. The principal had emailed, bragging about how my daughter was the most empathetic 6-year-old he'd ever seen. The mediator reviewed everything and started chuckling at all the evidence. She turned to my daughter. "If you can solve this, your mom is free to go, okay? Let's say SpongeBob made 5 Krabby Patties. Patrick ate 2, Plankton and Sandy stole 1 each, but SpongeBob made 2 more. How many Krabby Patties were left for SpongeBob to eat?" My daughter grabbed the lawyer's paper and pen and started drawing out the scenario in front of everyone. Once she found the answer, she smiled and held it up. "SpongeBob can eat 3, but I think he'll just share it. Sharing is good. He loves sharing everything." The mediator laughed. She looked at my parents-in-law with a kind, professional smile. "It seems like you have nothing to worry about after all. Your grandchild is reading 3 grades above her level." Even the psychologist they hired admitted the empathy development was remarkable. My in-laws looked devastated and slightly embarrassed. Then my kid walked over and hugged them. "It's okay if you don't like SpongeBob, Grandma. Patrick doesn't like some things either, but they're still best friends." My mom just started bawling. Everyone in the room couldn't help but smile at them. The mediator dismissed the case. This child clearly found her learning style, and while it may be different, it's clear that there is no abuse. Case is dismissed. As we're leaving, my kid ran over and held my dad's hand, asking if he wanted to watch the pizza delivery episode together. He hesitated, then smiled. "Maybe 1 episode won't hurt," he said. The best part of that day was when the lawyer was packing up. We all heard him humming the Krusty Krab pizza song under his breath.